But right now we want to have a little bit of a serious conversation. We brought in our licensed therapist, James Guay, to talk to us about cyberbullying. The story, Caroline Flack just recently took her life, and Todrick Hall, Broadway star and a friend of ours, took to social media to sort of express his thoughts on cyberbullying and admitting that he's done it in the past. He's been guilty of it, but we need to cancel culture and stop doing this.
You know, you forget that these celebrities are still human beings, and she's only 18 years old. When I was on American Idol, I was 16 at the time, and I remember reading the message boards, and I went to a very dark place. People are awful, whether it's a message board, it's social media now. How do we deal with cyberbullying?
It's incredibly impactful, right? To hear this level of negativity, harassment, nastiness, just cutting words, whether it's in person, online, and people are brazen when it's online to be able to like say what they want to say just to get a reaction or to hurt someone else. Sometimes we do what's been done to us, and it doesn't make it okay, right? But we need to understand sort of the roots of where this stuff comes from, and then also how to deal with it appropriately, because it can really impact us.
Well, it's interesting you say we do what's been done to us. It's sort of like the old saying, hurt people.
Right.
And Todrick Hall, when he wrote this Instagram post, you can read the entire thing on his Instagram. He says, listen, he's like, I haven't been the best.
Yeah.
But it's time we stop cancel culture, and it's time we stop cyberbullying. For those listening, myself and Mikalah and I included,
right.
What actually is cyberbullying, and can we be guilty of it without even realizing we're doing it?
Right. Well, I think it comes in, there's a spectrum, right? I mean, there is sort of the haters that are like more negative or critical or always picking on particular posts online or those types of things. And that can be subtle, but consistent, right? And then it goes all the way up to, character attacks, putting people down for how they look or who they are. It can be stalkerish. It can actually be criminal behavior, right? If people are posting naked photos of other people, or spreading rumors, or taking photos of people in private spaces, these things, sometimes the law enforcement has to get involved as well.
That's interesting that you say that it could be criminal,
right.
Because when you're being stalked in person, you can go to the police department, but it is very difficult sometimes to obtain a restraining order.
Sure.
How do you stop it when it's cyberbullying?
Right. Well, I think it's really important to document, take screenshots, right? Save stuff, and then block people, right? Report it to social media platforms.
They even say anything.
Totally. Right? Block. But yeah, no, you don't have to continue to be the recipient of these types of things. You don't even have to respond. Sometimes just deleting, blocking is the best course of action, right? And be able to document that stuff. Sometimes it's happening a lot with youth. So being able to, go to school sites, parents, if you are aware of your social media presence of your children, to be able to put that information in the hands of people that can actually do something with it, right? Administrators, principals, teachers at school sites as well.
Unfortunately, we oftentimes we don't talk about these sorts of topics until it's too late.
Right.
In this case, Caroline took her life, and may she rest in peace. For anyone who's at a point where they're maybe on the verge or they're close to making a decision that's irreversible, what sort of advice would you give to somebody dealing with that sort of mental stress right now?
Sure. Well, it can bring up so much internalized shame that it's difficult to share it with others, but that's exactly what we need to do, right? We need to bring that shame into the light of day so that we can sort of de-empower the messages that are coming our ways, right? So it's about reaching out for support. It's about recognizing that we have value and worth regardless of what we do, and and sometimes even seeing a therapist or a counselor to talk about
Therapy works.
Therapy works. James Guay, there's never enough time. Thank you so much, our family licensed therapist. We will talk to you very